As Christians, we often talk about faith, that we need to have faith in God. We need to believe what he says and trust in him. You know, in the Bible, there are a lot of statements about how God is faithful to us. He makes promises to people, and then he is faithful. When he makes a promise, he's going to carry it out. We're going to do a series of BT Dailies on God's faithfulness. We're going to look at 5 different promises that God makes, that God will make to you. And if you believe it, those promises will happen in your life. But you have to believe his promises. You have to grab hold of them. You have to trust that he will do them. The first one I'm going to talk about is something he says, that Paul says in the book of Philippians. I'm breaking into a middle sentence here, but you can get the context of what he's saying. Being confident of this very thing, that he, speaking of God, he who has begun a good work in you will complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. Paul says we can be confident that once God starts working in our lives and we respond, he will complete that work until the time when Jesus Christ comes and we're changed. That's a promise. God says when he starts a work in us and we stay committed to that, he's going to finish it. There's times in life when we get discouraged and think, why would God even stick with me? Why would God still work with me? And God says, no, I promise to. I'm going to work with you as long as you have faith that he'll do this. We lose the faith that he'll do it, we're in trouble. But as long as we have faith, he's going to be faithful. It's a promise. You know, sometimes I've done many funerals for someone who was senile or maybe had Alzheimer's, and they were a Christian. And people will say, well, what happened? You know, the last couple of years of their lives, this person couldn't even pray. They didn't have a relationship with God. Had God abandoned them? And there's only one answer when we realize that God made a promise. And that is, when that person became sick, God had already completed the work he started in them. He doesn't say, oops, oh, wow, if they wouldn't have got sick, I could have completed my work. He promises. We stay faithful. He is faithful. He is going to complete that work. So if you have had someone who's died and they had Alzheimer's and they had lost, it seemed to be their relationship with God, God didn't give up on them. God didn't let go of them. In the day of Jesus Christ, they will be resurrected. God makes promises to you. So this is the first promise we're going to talk about. So join us next time on BT Daily as we talk about another promise that God has made to you.